Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Parallel World Chat, Episode 3. We are really stoked to be back. We got a bunch of really fun stuff to show you today, but before we get into anything, let's introduce our first host. Hailing from the backwoods of Wood Backwoods, it's the wild, the wonderful, the Mr. Bounty Rabbit, the Bunny Rabbit. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Chicken chimichanga! Man, I ate some Play-Doh the other day, and now, the insides of my stomach are being, super weird and backed up, and, I'm just having a difficult time. Mr. Bunny Rabbit, I told you not to eat that, and I told you that was going to upset your stomach, but we're going to move on and going on to our next host. It is the wild, the crazy, Larry Fester, an old man from a planet of solely old people.
I also told him not to eat the Play-Doh. I said it's only Play-Doh. It's a kid's toy. It's just kind of shaped out right now to look like food, but it's not actually food.
Dude, that's not true. Larry tricked me. He came over here with all the Play-Doh and everything, and he had a bunch of them shaped out like pieces of chicken and sushi, and he told me I should try a bunch of it, and I said it tasted weird. I'm very aware of that, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. I was actually there with you two, and that's when I told you not to eat it. But moving on, we're going to get on to our next host. It's the most relatable host of them all. It's Internet Cool Guy, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm glad to be here with you today, because you're watching Internet Cool Guy in the Beef with Internet Cool Guy in the Beef in the morning.
Hey, seriously, though, I ate a bunch of that Play-Doh, and, for real, if I, look at my stomach right now, I can actually see a shape protruding outside of my stomach and, pushing against the skin.
The same thing happened to me, too. But you know what? After about 5 days, I started to feel better, and I just had one gigantic relief, and it actually kind of burned.
What did I tell you about bringing that up on the show today, you two? Thank you very much for listening, but we're going to move on to our final host. It's the wild, the wonderful, the brand new, because everyone's wild and wonderful here. It's the Beef, everybody. Yeah, they call me the Beef, yeah, I'm the Beef.
I don't know that song, but I'm going to have to say I think it's really cool. I think the Beef should actually sing that song more.
Yeah, well, let me try it out. Yeah. I ate some Play-Doh this morning, and now I got a protrusion on my stomach. Yeah, it's working out a little bit, but I like the rhythm. But maybe you should, give it a try and change up the lyrics so they don't feel so, personal.
Don't even waste your time. All he does is make everything seem personal.
Dude, what are you talking about personal? I said I was hungry, and you said you had some food for me, and then you just, pulled another trick on me. You're always trying to trick me, dude.
Well, that's just because it's always funny when stuff like that happens to people like you. Maybe you shouldn't be pulling tricks on me. Like when we were at the store the other day, and I said I was trying to help you find this thing, but instead, no, you had to keep running up to people and saying, help me, this old man is trying to hurt me.
Well, it was a little bit funny, you gotta admit, dude.
I didn't find it funny because right afterwards I got kicked out of the store. It's one of my favorite stores.
I love going to the store. The store's super cool. They got a lot of really cool stuff at the store. And they got stuff like toys and plants and t-shirts.
Okay, maybe I was giving them a hard time, whatever. It's funny to me, I'm bored and I'm trying to entertain myself. The dude takes me out to things all the time. He says we're gonna hang out, right? But then he takes me on a date with them. And then dude, his date is sitting there with a baby voice the whole time, being I got Google.
And I told you that I agree. That's why I broke up with her, because I also don't want to date a girl. And she's just talking to me like I'm a baby the entire time. I'm a grown man.
Larry, I didn't even realize that we were dating or that you've ever dated in your entire life.
I have my moments.
Well, that's great to know. If you're finding Larry Fester actually attractive in any form, in any way whatsoever, you know how to get a hold of him. Just send him an email or something. I don't know what he does. But anyways, we're going to get on to our very first commercial and get that rolling.
Hey kids, are you sick of playing boring old games like this with your father? Boo! Who wants to go and play some old person game? Do you always find yourself hanging outside of a window while your parents are driving just to kind of pass the time and have some fun? Well, you're no longer gonna have to do that any longer because now with the brand new game, Go to Sleep, now you get to go to sleep and play a sweet, awesome, wicked game that all your parents love. Now gather all your friends. The game is super simple. All you gotta do is sit there, be quiet, lay down, close your eyes, and get ready to go to sleep. Mom's gonna love it, and so will Dad. And what's really cool is by the time that you wake up, you're gonna feel really good, and your mom's gonna be super stoked with you. Now try out the brand new game, Go to Sleep, in stores everywhere.
This week on Days of My Mother.
Can I just have one day without my mother?
I also would love a day without her.
Don't worry about that right now. Let's just hug.
I'm hugging you.
I'm hugging you too.
How long are we going to hug? We rarely do this. Your mother's always watching.
Scoop doop dee doop doo doo dum. Dee dee doop bum bum bum. Hey, what's up?
Is there a reason you're always hanging out with my boy little Johnny here? I really don't like your clothes, and so I just think you're a bad
Whoa, mother, can you at least just hold on for a
I'm not
second?
liking her hat. It's too revealing.
I wanna hug you. I'm
I'm
hugging
hugging
you.
you too right now.
I'm hugging you so good.
Okay, Mom, now we can hug. Let's hug like we used to all the time. Remember when you taught me how to hug? I remember.
Oh, don't remind me. Your father used to hug all the time, and he loved it. Take this. I can't even look at you.
Dude, Days of My Mother is an amazing show. If you have not actually seen the show, you have got to sit down and actually watch it.
I tried to keep up, but there's just so much of it to watch. You know, there's like 47 seasons of it, and I kept trying to follow the story, but all the dude is doing is complaining about his mother all the time.
I don't know my mom. I never like met her or anything, but if I did know her, I think it'd be really cool to like just do some really cool stuff, you know, like buy her a milkshake and just like talk.
I've never heard of the show either, but you know, I'd give it a shot. I'd check it out. I mean, 47 seasons is a whole lot to watch, but I mean, sometimes I just got nothing else to do.
The next time that you got nothing to do and you're sitting around thinking about what to watch, try and give a chance to the 47 seasons of Days of My Mother.
Well, moving on now, we'd normally get into a nice fun segment right now, playing a game or something like that, but since we kept talking about Mr. Bunny Rabbit's protrusion in the Play-Doh that he ate and I told him not to eat it, we had to move on and we get on to our special guest. Dude, it's not like I did this on purpose. It's not like I went to the store, bought some Play-Doh and said, hey, everybody check this out, I'm gonna eat a bunch of it, and then you all just sitting there going, no, don't do it, and then I'm still just like, eating some more of it until I didn't feel good. I didn't choose to do this.
Well, you gotta admit it's a little bit funny, though.
Anyways, moving on, we're going to get on to our first guest today, and it is Ant. I don't really know much else. He's an ant.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for having me on your show. I feel really proud and excited to be here and actually get to talk about what I'm doing. I'm more happier than a buffalo on a nickel.
Dude, why would you put a buffalo on a nickel or just cover the nickel?
Well, slap me some Salisbury steak, because I can't believe you never even heard of a buffalo nickel.
I'm not understanding this guy. He keeps saying stuff about, like, buffaloes and nickels and Salisbury.
I don't even know what any of that stuff is, but have you ever seen the Days of My Mother?
I never heard of the show Days of My Mother, but, you know, it's kind of like a show that we do have. It's called Days of Our Colony.
Well, that's very enlightening, but what brought you here today on the show?
We'll jump the pony. I guess we're going to get right into the questions now, aren't we? Well, first off, I'm just here because I love the show. I'm a big, huge fan of you guys' show. I love all y'all guys. I think the beef is really, really cool. But I also started up a new business. Here, let me play you a commercial. Well, howdy, everybody. You ever wonder why you have such a struggle getting to work because there's too many people walking down the sidewalk and you want to get to work easier because you got to get there on time or you're going to lose your job? Do you feel like life is just one long trail of following other people right in front of you, one step after another? Just keep on following them. Well, strap on your boots and grab a snake because I got the solution you need right here. No longer is that confusion going to still take over your life because right now, we're opening up the very first car emporium and parking lot. Now you can buy a car and park it at the same time. We have thousands of micro tiny little cars ready to choose out for you in a parking lot that's big enough for every single person. Just look right here. And don't think we forgot about you night ants. I know you love getting out in that nightlife time, so we got a parking lot just for you in the night time. Now, whether you're just a single car or you brought 1,000 friends with you in cars, we got a spot for every single person to park a car and also buy a car. So come on down to the very first Ant Car Emporium and parking lot, where everybody's dreams can become a reality. You know, the beef, I was just saying how much I like you, so I'm a little bit confuzzled right now. Why is it that you are even laughing at me in my commercial at the moment?
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I just thought it was really cool because I'd never seen like cool tiny cars like that, and they were really fun to look at. So it just like got me all excited.
Hey, if you're gonna mess with my friend, you're gonna the beef, then you're gonna have to go through me, the Larry.
Dude, Larry, now you're gonna start threatening the guests? Dude, you gotta like chill out and like relax a little bit. I understand you're trying to like just like help out your homie or anything, but like, dude, at least it'd be a fair fight, an ant versus you. Well, I can't believe that I actually had to say this, but let me remind you to please do not threaten our guests with violence. This is outrageous.
You know, you're absolutely right. I'm acting like a raccoon in a basket right now, getting myself all worked up over nothing. I apologize, and I ain't gonna come over there, but I will fuck you up.
Whoa, dude, this guy's getting like super violent now. We gotta get this dude off of here.
I was just trying to tell a joke.
You're making me feel really uncomfortable right now. I'm really sorry if I hurt your feelings in any way. I didn't mean to, like, hurt your feelings.
I am so sorry, everybody. Let me just apologize completely. I am so sorry. We do not condone violence on this show, and we do not curse on this show. I'm getting them out of here, like, right now. Do you want to explain to me what just actually happened right now? I'm so confused. The guy was just talking about little Michael tiny cars at one moment. The next thing you know, he's like threatening Larry and the beef.
I tend to have that effect on people.
I'm all stressed out from that situation. That was really weird. I didn't like that. Can we talk about something else, like, you know, that board game commercial, Go to Sleep?
The next time you feel like just laying around and doing nothing, why don't you try the new game?
Go to sleep.
I didn't even realize that was a game, because I play that game all the time.
Dude, none of this is real. None of us are even actually here. I'm not even a bunny rabbit, and you just got threatened by an ant, dude, you know, so you're all just sleeping.
Don't say stuff like that. I'm actually gonna believe it.
I love dreaming. Dreaming's really cool. I get to think of really cool stuff.
When I dream, I like to dream that I'm actually working with a bunch of professionals, but we're gonna get moving on with this because we're getting towards the end of our show, everybody. Scorpion, we were having a really nice time there for a moment, you know, but then you had to get all serious.
Well, speaking of serious, I just wanted to say something real quick. If you guys don't really mind, it'll just take me like a real quick minute. But I just wanted to say, like, thank you all for, like, sticking up for me when that guy was getting, like, really, really hostile.
Wait, when did somebody get hostile?
Dude, it was like 1 minute ago. Remember, it was the today's guest, you know, he got all, like, smart mouth and everything, and said he was gonna fight you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember anything. I thought you said that this was all a dream and I had to actually remember any of it.
Well, I tell you what, until I pass this Play-Doh, the only entertainment that I have right now is actually just messing with you, Larry.
I don't even know what Play-Doh is.
Will you please stop talking about the Play-Doh? But moving on, everybody, thank you so much for another episode of Parallel World Chat. It's been a great time. I apologize once again for our guest today. That got out of control, and I had no idea he was going to do that. Small guy, big attitude, tell you what. But anyways, thank you all. We're going to have another episode on Saturday. Be sure to go like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, you know, that you do on Earth One, social media. I don't know. I'm trying to just think of things and say it all at the same time. You can find all of our episodes on YouTube, or you can find our new ones on Instagram right now. It's on Mr. Squeaksy's page, so we'll have the details in the credits here. And also, if you'd like to be a supporter of the show, go on to Mr. Squeaksy's page on Instagram and sign up for a subscription for $5 and then get your name on each of these episodes. We would love to have your support, and thank you all so much again for watching another episode. I'll see you next week.
How long are we going to hug?